Oh my god, it's here. And I'm excited. I've been craving this since I found out it was coming out, and it took so long. I think it took them probably 4 years to come out. No, the last album came out in 2006. It took them 4 years to come out with this album, whether they've spent that entire time recording or not. They spent a lot of time touring, but it's finally here, and it's incredible. I love this. And what am I talking about? Mushroomhead, Beautiful Stories for Ugly Children. And let me tell you something, these are beautiful goddamn stories for some ugly fuckers like me. But, I mean, every song on here, and I'm going to say it now, and I'm probably going to say it every single song, that these songs are amazing. That is the first thing you need to know. From beginning to end, this album is going to be in my CD player until it is scratched and broken, or until I get something new. And then, you know, but even then, this is going to get played a lot in my car and on iTunes and just everything. You know, it's... God. I just listened to this CD, and, I mean, I should be asleep right now, but I'm not, because I'm doing a review for you guys. And this CD is amazing. This CD came out today, September 28th, 2010. And apparently it's only been recorded for about a year. 2009 to 2010 is how long they took to record it. Which I don't believe. Granted, as much hype as this album has had, I mean, there's been rumors that have been confirmed, you know, that were both confirmed and denied, and proven untrue for most of these rumors that I've heard. I mean, I've heard rumors that it was going to be a 2-disc. I've heard rumors of there being covers. I've heard rumors of J-Man, their old singer, being back on this album. But I'm going to be perfectly honest, I'm glad it's not a 2-disc, because I wouldn't even be doing a review right now. I'd probably just be passed out, or just having a massive heart attack because of how good this CD is. I'm glad there are no covers. This CD does not need any covers. If it had on covers, I probably would have been a little disappointed, especially the covers I've heard that were coming out. Granted, I think a Faith No More cover would have been pretty cool, but Wikipedia for like a night had rumors of a Journey cover, you know, Don't Stop Believin', which I think for Mushroomhead would have been pretty stupid. But I'm glad it doesn't exist. I'm glad it's not true, because, like I said, they don't need it. This band is amazing. The covers this band has done have been great, but this CD doesn't need any. Losing my energy. There was another, like I said, that J-Man coming and doing a track. I'm glad he didn't. You know, for the longest time, I was just this hardcore J-Man fan. I mean, I got into this band in 2006. You know, I didn't start off with the J-Man records. I actually started off with Save Your Sorrow. And then I bought, you know, 13, 20, or Double X, whatever, M3, and then Super Buick, in that order. And then the new album, which I'm still missing, the self-titled album that came out in '95, and then the 2 remix albums, Wink, Nudge, Anybody. Anyway, so yeah, I've been, you know, I was a hardcore J-Man fan, you know, but this album, you know, when I first got it, it was like, yeah, you know, it's a CD, you know, it's not the first album I wanted, but I'm glad I bought it. But, you know, after listening to this, it's like, this was a great way to introduce Waylon as a singer, and, you know, to bring the band about for the past 4 years, you know, to get everybody anticipating. But this album is amazing. I mean, Skinny, fucking brilliant on the drums. Pig Venus, an amazing bass player, though I wish I could have heard a little more, you know, I wish the bass was a little bit louder on this CD. That's probably my only complaint that I'm going to have on this CD. Gravy, amazing guitar work. He's actually, you know, starting to get into the whole guitar solo thing a little bit, which I think is fucking cool. Though I wish they had a second guitarist still, so they could you know, have someone keep the rhythm going while he's off doing a lead thing, which, to to that extent, I miss Bronson. I miss Bronson because I think he would have been fucking cool to have on this album. Schmatz is amazing. As usual, he's just an amazing keyboardist. The keyboards are a bit more prominent in this album than on the previous albums, and I'm so happy about that because this is a very keyboard band, and I'm just glad it's there. Jeffrey Nothing, as always, is just a brilliant melodic singer. New member, Little Dan, who by the look of that mask, I don't know if I'm pointing at it. I don't have the screen up. Let's make sure. I want you to see it one more time. Little Dan, I want to call you Lockjaw. Why? I don't know. Maybe because of the way your mask looks. You're amazing. I've watched videos of you perform live. Little Dan doesn't suit you. I want to call you something lame, probably, but it's just what I want to call you, just from the way the mask looks. You know, lockjaw, trap jaw, something like that. Something to do with the mouth portion of your face mask. Anyway, face mask. Moving on. Stitch. Turntables, samples, electronics. I think they probably only did the turntables like once or twice in the band in this album, much like with Save Your Sorrow. But the samples and the electronics that are in it, it's incredible. This album hits so many points of the old stuff that it's incredible. And Waylon, don't even get me started on Waylon. I mean, like I said, I've been a hardcore J-Man fan since I got into this band in 06. But I think this album has just completely changed my mind on that whole matter. I mean, I know that J-Man picked Waylon to replace him or something like that. I don't know how the story really goes, but I'm so glad Waylon's in this band because the old shit, I wouldn't have wanted anybody else. I don't think anybody can do the old shit like J-Man can. But in the same effect, nobody can replace Waylon and the songs he does. People can try. And all you people out there on YouTube doing little song vocal covers, you can try, but you're not going to do the same as this man did on this album. He's just... I don't know. I think he's got to be probably one of my new favorite singers. And that's just me. Anyway, moving on. Let's do some actual song reviews. Come On is the first track, and if you don't know what that is, you've probably been under a rock for the past month. Inspiration... Come On, it hits as fast as Before I Died did on M3 and XX, and it's there, and it's in your face, but it's so different than Before I Die was. Inspiration, that's it's one of those very keyboard songs, and it's great. It's a great follow-up. All these songs just follow one another perfectly. And then Slaughterhouse Road comes up, which is what the album was originally going to be called until they changed it, and I'm glad they changed it, more or less, because it's a very fitting title, and Slaughterhouse Road is a perfect fit, being track number 3. I know from track 4 all the way down to track 12, Do I Know You, they start to kind of slow down with each song, speed-wise, not so much, because you can't mistake the quality on this album. It's perfect. But anyway, speed-wise, all the songs kind of get slower and slower, and they'll build up and come back down again for each song. But they all kind of slow down as it goes on, and I think that's fucking cool. Track 5, Burn the Bridge, is actually the longest song on here at 5 minutes and 10 seconds. So... more keyboard, I think, more guitar. Holes in the Void, I think, is... I know it's got a guest vocalist, Joe Altier, whatever. He used to be in a band called Brand New Sin. He was guest vocalist on Holes in the Void, which I can't tell. I cannot tell where his voice comes in at all. All I hear is Jeffrey Nothing being a melodic god. And then comes Harvest the Garden, which, it's like a part 2 to the song. It's like Holes in the Void and Harvest the Garden. You know, they match right next to each other. Perfect. The Harm You Do, I think that's the track that you hear the turntables in, you know, pretty well. I already don't remember, and I just listened to this album. So, how's that for you? Your Demise, you know, they're still kind of slowing down. There's a bit of screamage from Waylon in that one, I believe. The Feel keeps going, you know, keeps slowing down, keeps pumping that Mushroomhead emotional energy into it, though. Darker Days, great. Do I Know You, last track of the album, and Darker Days and Do I Know You also couple each other very well. It's like, here's Darker Days, and then Do I Know You. It compares to Journeyman from Dance of Death by Iron Maiden, just in how it just closes the album down, just slow and just, you know, and it's the shortest song, 2 minutes 46 seconds, but it's not acoustic like Embrace the Ending was on Save Your Sorrow. But, you know, all three of those songs, Journeyman from Iron Maiden, Embrace the Ending, and Do I Know You, they're all the same. They're all just there, and it closes out the album perfect. And the album as a whole, I mean, fuck a 10 out of 10, and I'm gonna be a stupid fanboy for a second. 43 out of 43, no rating whatsoever. This album cannot be more perfect. I love this album. This is gonna be in my CD player for forever, I think. This album is so great, I want to risk doing drugs and going to jail, just so I can attach myself more to this album. And for all of you out there, yes, I'm joking, and drugs are bad, okay? Can't do South Park impersonations either. $13 at Best Buy. Do yourselves a favor, people, and I'm going to speak out a little bit. Don't download this album. Buy it. Go and buy it. It's worth it. I don't like downloading stuff too much. I think I've downloaded like 3 CDs, just 3 so far. But this album is so worth the buy. Just buy it. Just get it, and start buying the rest of their CDs, because excuse me, you need them. I needed them. This is probably my favorite band of the new age now, and I cannot be more pleased with this CD, and I've said that so much, and I've said it enough. So you guys have a good day. Go to a Best Buy, go to an FYE, go to whatever sells CDs in your area and buy it, because you have to have this. I had to have it. Anybody else, they need it, and that's it. So you guys have a great day. I'm gonna go listen to this CD again. Take care.